Akshita's recipes. Thank you so much for stopping by. So I've got a lot of requests to show a simple dal fry recipe, and that's my recipe for today. I'm using tur dal, but you can also use the orange color masoor dal or any regular dal that you use to make your dal fries. It's a simple recipe, like I always say, and it's got few ingredients. So let's head on to my kitchen and make today's dal fry recipe. So friends, let's start with today's very simple dal fry recipe, which is super delicious. Now all the ingredients will be given with their measurements in the description box below. So here I've heated about 1.5 tablespoon of oil in my pan on a low to medium heat. Now I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of mustard seeds and let them pop. Next goes in half a teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera, half a teaspoon of hing or asafoetida, half a teaspoon of turmeric or haldi powder, and give all of this a mix. Next goes in 1 light green chili chopped fine. Let the chili fry well in the oil and flavor the oil. Then I'm going to add some fresh curry leaves, some ginger garlic paste, about half an inch of ginger and about 5 cloves of garlic. Let everything fry well. Then I'm going to add 1 medium-sized onion. Now I'm also going to leave instructions on how to prepare the dal for this recipe, that is how to cook your dal. So that will also be mentioned in the description box below. The description box is just below the video. There will be a button called show more. Just click on that and you'll see the whole recipe with how to get your dal cooked also. Let everything fry very well. That's very important for this dal fry recipe. Now I'm going to add 1 small tomato chopped fine. Fry all of it well. This is very important that everything gets fried well. Now I'm going to just cover and cook it for about 2 or 3 minutes till everything blends well together and everything, the tomatoes get nice and soft and mushy and cooked. Then after 2 to 3 minutes, I'm just going to check on the tomatoes and the onions. You can see that they're all nice and fried. Now I'm just going to add a teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder. This just adds a beautiful color to the dal fry. It's not very, this Kashmiri chili powder doesn't add any spiciness to the dish. It just adds beautiful color. Now I'm just going to pour about 1/4 cup of water and cover and cook this for about a minute or so. Now you can see that everything has blended in well and also the tomatoes have nicely cooked. Now I'm going to add the water of the dal as well as the dal. Now this is just 1 cup of tur dal that I washed well under water thrice, soaked for about 5 to 10 minutes. And then I added about 2 cups of water and I put it into my pressure cooker and I cooked it for 1 whistle on high and I simmered it for about 10 to 15 minutes. Let the cooker cool completely. Take out the dal and with your whisk or a wooden whisk or a steel whisk, just whisk the dal well. And that's how you prepare your tur dal. Now you can also use the orange color masoor dal. That's also fine with this recipe. Now I'm just adding some salt to taste. Now masoor dal cooks much faster than tur dal, and I've also added a pinch of sugar. So you might have to cook your masoor dal for just 1 whistle on high and about 5 minutes on simmer. And now I'm going to cover and cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes. I'm going to garnish this with some freshly chopped coriander. Now always soak your coriander in some water with salt has been added for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then rinse it and then chop it up. Now I'm going to give a tadka or a fortni to my dal fry. So I've heated about 1 tablespoon of ghee. You can also use oil for the tadka. But this ghee or clarified butter adds a very lovely flavor to the dal. Now I've chopped up about 7 garlics, garlic cloves very, very fine. This just adds a lovely flavor to this dal fry, so try it out. Now my ghee has melted and it's pretty hot. So I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of cumin or jeera seeds, half a teaspoon of hing or asafoetida, and I'm going to add this very finely chopped garlic. You have to literally slice the garlic into very thin slices. Now we're going to fry the garlic till it turns to a lovely golden brown, crispy. The color has to be golden brown and a nice crispy texture. So fry it well. Now this dal fry goes really well with some lovely hot rice, or you can even have it with some chapatis or puris. And the dal fry lasts for about 2 to 3 days, and in fact it tastes much better on the 2nd or 3rd day. As it thickens up, you just have to warm it up and have it, and it has a really lovely flavor. So like you can see, I'm frying the garlic till it turns crispy and golden brown. And once that is done, I'm going to switch off the flame of my dal fry, and you can see how beautiful the garlic has become. I'm just going to pour the entire thing into my dal fry. So do try this out. I'm sure many of you must have not done this before, but believe me and trust me, this will really elevate the flavor of your dal fry, and you're going to love it. So that's it, friends. The dal fry is lovely. You have this beautiful tadka on the top, and it's just amazing.
Hi friends, this is Akshata here with yet another delicious and quick recipe. Today I'll be showing you how to make some instant vegetable pulao. So let's get started with our ingredients. Here I have about 1.5 cup of parboiled basmati rice. In my description box I will leave the instructions on how to prepare this parboiled basmati rice. Then I have some fried potatoes. That is, I've taken 1 large potato and cut it into slices and shallow fried it. Similarly, I have 1 large capsicum also fried. Then I have some kishmish also fried and some cashew nuts fried. Then I have 1 large onion chopped, a paste of 2 green chilies, the light green chilies, about 4 cloves of garlic and half an inch of ginger. Then we require some pepper powder, about 1 to 2 teaspoons, and this Maggi cube powder. You get these Maggi cubes. You can use any flavor, and some oil for cooking. So let's get started. So now my oil is nice and hot in the pan. First we will start by putting in this ginger, garlic and green chili paste. we'll give this a nice fry so the raw taste of the garlic and the ginger and the green chilies goes away. Next, we're going to add in our onion and give it a good fry. Now, once our onions are a little bit done, we are going to add in our potatoes, the fried potatoes, and our fried capsicum. All this has to be done on a slow to medium flame. Now we can add in our kishmish and our cashew nuts. Now in goes our rice. You have to use basmati for this because it gives a very nice taste and a very nice flavor too. And give all of this a very good mix. Now we're going to add a little bit of pepper powder according to how much you like pepper. So I'm going to add about 2 full teaspoons, and we're going to add 2 of these small Maggi cubes. So no need of adding salt because these stock cubes have got salt in them. And again, give this a good mix. So you have the spiciness from the green chilies and the garlic. You have the nuttiness from the cashew, and you have the sweet, a little bit of sweetness from the kishmish, which is nothing but dried grapes. So we'll mix all this up again well. Now we'll just cover this for about 2 minutes and let it cook. And here, friends, is our lovely vegetable pulao all ready. So please tell me how you like this recipe, and if you did, give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel by pressing the red subscribe button that you see below this video. This is Akshata saying bye until another video. Take care.
So we're going to start today's recipe by first making the caramel. It's very easy and it's pretty simple. Now I'm going to make the caramel in the baking tin in which I'm going to be making the pudding or the custard. So I've taken 8 tablespoons or 1/4 cup of regular sugar. I haven't turned the heat on my gas. I've just put the sugar, and now I'm going to put it on the lowest flame, and I'm going to let the sugar melt on its own. So just leave it, don't stir it, don't add any water, and you will see that it will just start to caramelize or melt immediately. Put the gas flame off and just evenly spread this caramel all over the base of your pan. And once that is done, just set it aside to cool completely. And now we'll make the pudding or the custard. So I'm taking 3 bread slices. Now I use brown bread, but you can also use white bread. And we're going to put it into our mixer pot and then grind it to a very fine powder like you would with breadcrumbs. So this is the consistency we're looking for, and we're going to set this aside. Now it's time to make our custard. For that, I've taken 4 tablespoons of custard powder in a bowl. To that, I'm going to be adding 1/2 cup of water and mixing it to make a very nice smooth paste. See that there are no lumps in your paste. Now I'm going to add 375 ml of milk to a pot, and I'm going to bring this to a boil. And then I'm going to add 50 grams of regular sugar and stir it till it completely dissolves. Now you could go with powdered sugar too, but you can also use just general regular sugar. Now once the sugar has completely dissolved, we're going to add this custard powder and water paste that we prepared. And we're going to continuously stir on a low to medium flame till the mixture starts to thicken. It thickens really quickly. Within half a minute or 1 minute, your mixture will start to thicken. And once it starts to thicken, you're going to add the breadcrumbs a little at a time. And as you add it, just mix it. So you can take the help of any of your family members or friends. It becomes easier. So add all the breadcrumbs and you're still keeping the flame on low and keep stirring it in. Now just pour this over your caramel. Now mine is looking a little bit brown because I've used brown bread. Otherwise, if you're using white bread, it'll look white. And now I'm just going to put it into my steamer pot and I'm going to steam it for exactly 20 minutes on a high flame. 15 to 20 minutes. And then once it's ready, we're just going to loosen the edges. And then I'm just going to put a plate on top of it and invert it. And just hit the pan a bit so that it loosens up the pudding. And then just demold it and your pudding is all ready to enjoy. So friends, let's see this delicious Orea Kazuchi usal, which is so very delicious. Now first I'll show you how to prep the cashews. So these are the raw cashews or the wet cashews as they call them. You have to wash them thoroughly well under running water. And then I've taken about 4 cups of of water for about 250 grams of cashews. And I'm going to put it into the hot water and let it boil for about 15 minutes on a low flame. You get this kind of a white scum. Keep removing it. And let the cashews boil in this water for about 15 minutes on a very low flame. Now in the meantime, I'm going to roast 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds for about half a minute till you get the aroma of the cumin seeds. And then I'm going to grind it to a very fine powder in my in my mortar and pestle, or you can even use a dry grinder. So we want a very fine powder. Once the powder is done, just transfer it to a vati or a small cup and set it aside. You can also use the ready-made roasted cumin powder. Now here I have about 1 cup of freshly grated coconut, to which I'm going to add 1/4 cup of hot water, and I'm going to grind it to this thick paste. Now using a colander, I'm going to drain or strain the paste through a sieve, and then I'm just going to press it down with a spatula and extract the coconut milk. So this is the thick coconut milk. Now I'm going to repeat this process just once more, adding about 5 tablespoons more of the hot water. So in this way, we'll get about 1 cup of coconut milk. Now you can also use the ready-made coconut milk, or you can even use the the powder coconut milk that you get, where you have to mix it with hot water. You can use either of the any of the options, and you get about 1 cup of this lovely coconut milk. So here you can see I'm just repeating the process and getting the second extract, and this is 1 cup of thick coconut milk. So now our cashew nuts have nicely cooked. We're just going to transfer them to another vessel and let them come to room temperature, so we can actually start peeling them. Don't peel them when they're very hot because then they'll tend to break. So let them come to room temperature completely. And then you will see that it's so easy to peel them. The peel just comes off easily like that. And then just separate them like this into 2 halves and set them aside. So this is a real summer recipe because these ole kazus are only available, in the summertime. After that, they, actually dry them up and they become into cashew nuts, which we all love. But this is a real delicacy and you must try it if you get your hands on these ole kazus. So you can see the peel is coming off really very easily after cooking it in some hot water. Now we're going to make the usal. So I've taken a pan, heated it up, and I'm adding about 1 tablespoon of oil. Now once my oil is nice and hot, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of mustard seeds or mohori or rye,
Once the mustard seeds are nice and hot and spluttering, we are going to add half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, half a teaspoon of asafoetida or hinga, and we're going to add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder or haldi. Now mix all of this bagar well together. Now we're going to add our cashews, which we've peeled and separated. Saute this really well so it gets very nicely mixed up with the rest of the bagar. Now we're going to add the roasted and ground cumin powder that we prepared. So like I said, if you're using ready-made, you can use the ready-made one also. Next, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, or you can add it as per your taste. If you don't want it very spicy, you can go with half a teaspoon. If you want it a little more spicy, you can add just half a teaspoon more. Now I'm going to add just 1/4 teaspoon of goda masala, or if you don't have goda masala at hand, you can use garam masala. Now we're going to add some salt to taste. Now I'll leave the recipes for my homemade garam masala, homemade goda masala in the description box below, and you can make that at home too. And now we're going to add our 1 cup of coconut milk. Oh, the aroma in my kitchen is just mind-blowing. It's amazing. And I just can't wait to dig into this. So I'm just going to use about 5 tablespoons of water into that coconut milk. So, just add about 5 tablespoons more of water. You can just rinse the coconut milk off. And now we're going to add 2 teaspoons of jaggery, or you can add as per taste. And I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder for the lovely color. That's it, friends. And now all we have to do is cover it and simmer it or cook it on a very low flame for 10 to 15 minutes till everything really comes together well. And you will see how the color is so nice and rich, and it's thickened up a bit and it tastes amazing. Now if you want it a little bit thinner, you can add about 1/4 cup of hot water and cook it for another 2 minutes or so. And that's it, friends. Now I'm just going to garnish with a little bit of coriander, fresh coriander leaves, which I've chopped up fine. Transfer it to a serving bowl. And this goes really well with some lovely hot pois or rotis or some lovely steamed rice with some lovely mango pickle at the side. And I'm just going to garnish it again with some chopped coriander. And that's it, guys. This lovely Ola Kajuchi Usar is all. Is lovely breakfast pohe, also called as Kanda Batata pohe. Now here I've taken about 1 cup of thick pohe, which is pohe which is used to make Kanda pohe. Then I have 1 medium-sized onion chopped fine. This is 1 small potato chopped fine. 2 bright green chilies chopped fine, some coriander leaves, some fresh curry leaves, and some lime. Besides that, we also are going to use half a teaspoon each of mustard seeds, haldi powder, hing or asafoetida, and cumin seeds or jeera. So here I've heated about 1.5 tablespoon of oil. Once my oil is hot, I'm going to add my mustard seeds. Once the mustard seeds begin to pop, I'm then going to add my cumin seeds or jeera. Then I'm going to add my curry leaves, fry them a bit. Then go in the green chilies. We're going to fry the green chilies well. Now I've added 2 light green chilies, but you can add 1 if you don't want it very spicy. Then I'm going to add a little bit of asafoetida or hing, followed by turmeric powder or haldi. I'm using light green chilies, so they're not very spicy, but if you don't want it to be even a little bit spicy, then just add 1 light green chili. Now I'm going to add my onions. I've taken 1 medium-sized onion and chopped it fine. And we're going to fry the onions till they're nice and translucent. Next, I'm going to just cover this for a while, for about half a minute or so that our onions get cooked a bit. Give it a small stir. Then I'm going to add my one medium-sized potato, which I've washed well, and I've just cut it into fine pieces of cubes like this. Give it a stir so that everything gets mixed well. Now, one tip I'd like to give you here is always keep a spoon holder at the side of your gas stop, so you can keep your spoon over there so that your platform doesn't get stained with the turmeric powder or any other ingredients that you're using. If you don't have a spoon holder, even a regular small quarter plate can also do the job. Okay, so now I have just heated about half a tablespoon of oil because we like to put peanuts in our pohe. Now, many people don't like that, so you can skip this step if you don't like adding fried peanuts to your pohe. So I'm just going to be frying a bit of peanuts because we like that. But like I said, if you don't like the fried peanuts, then just leave this step out completely. So I'm just going to fry some peanuts till they become nice, dark and golden brown, stirring them continuously so that they don't get burnt. Now I'm frying them separately because otherwise the peanuts flavor the oil, and my daughter Ida doesn't like the flavor of that in the oil. So that's why I fry them separately, because I like the peanuts on, garnishing my pohe. So now we're going to check on our potatoes, whether they are cooked. The potatoes, you can just take a spoon and just try breaking one of the potatoes into half and see whether it's cooked. It needs to be cooked. It shouldn't be raw. If it is raw, then again cover your dish and continue cooking till the potatoes get a little bit cooked. Nobody wants to bite into pohe where you have raw potatoes. So I'm going to cover and cook for another 2 minutes or so. Now after 2 minutes, again I'm going to check whether my potato is cooked. Only then can we proceed with the next step. So yes, my potato is finally cooked. It's easily breaking up into half. So now the next step is to add washed pohe. So all I've done is I've just taken the pohe in a colander, just washed it about once or twice, and then just kept it in this colander till all the water drains off. This is a very important step. So those are my fried peanuts, which I've taken out in a bowl. Now we're going to mix the pohe with the rest of the fodni or the bagar very, very well. There shouldn't be any white pohe left. Everything should be nice and yellow and coated with the bagar or the fodni. Now, whenever you go to buy this kind of pohe, you should tell the grocery person that you want to make pohe, because you get two types. One is for chuda and one is for this kanda batata pohe or just regular breakfast pohe. They're called rice flakes too. I always use the medium rice flakes for this type of pohe. Now I've just seasoned my pohe with some salt to taste and a pinch of sugar. Again, we're going to mix everything really, really well. Now you can add whatever you like to your pohe. Some people like to add peas or chopped up carrots. I mean, it's everyone's individual preference. Some people like it just plain and simple. So mix everything well together. And again, I'm going to cover and cook it for about a minute or so on a very low flame. Now, after a minute or so, we're just going to give it a mix again. This is such an ideal breakfast item because it gets ready so fast. And that's it, friends. Our pohe is ready. All you need to do is garnish it with some lovely coriander. Mix the coriander well. You can add lots of coriander too. Don't forget to soak your coriander in some water to which salt is added for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then drain the water out and wash your coriander. And now all I'm going to do is my gas is turned off and I'm just going to squeeze in some lime. So another tip over here is always squeeze your lime juice onto the spoon so that if there are any lime pips or seeds, you can just take them off. And then just add the lime juice as per your preference, or if some people don't like a lime juice already added in the pohe, then you can give each person individual pieces of lime so they can add it to their pohe as they like. And now it's all ready to serve. So here you can see I'm serving 2 bowls. To one bowl, I'm going to be adding my fried peanuts, and to the other bowl, I'm just going to garnish it with some fresh coconut. That too is completely optional. Some people like a little bit of coconut too, so you can add that. And your pohe is all ready to enjoy.
So friends, I hope you enjoyed watching today's recipe. I hope you're going to give today's recipe a try. Share my recipes with family and friends. Go and visit my channel. I have more than 500 recipes as of today. So go try them out, share them with family and friends, and let me know also in the comment section below how you like the recipe. Also, don't forget to give this recipe a big thumbs up by clicking the thumbs up icon that you see below this video. If you haven't joined Akshata's recipes yet, click the subscribe button that you see below this video and become a part of Akshata's recipes. And once you have subscribed, there's a little bell icon that will pop up. Just click it. That way, whenever I put up a new video, a recipe, vlog, or I'm just online waiting to chat with you, you'll get a message for the same. So friends, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will catch you in my next video sooner than you think. This is Akshata saying bye. Take care, stay healthy, stay fit, be loving and kind to one another. So till I see you in my next video, bye.